Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Laugh It Up Fuzzball. Hey, we got a good show for you lined up right now. Let me bring out the cast, crew, panel, and characters on today's event. Straight out of comic book land, we have the one and only T-Bunny from Telepathic Bunny Comics. Hello, T-Bunny, are you there? Earth to Bunny, come in, Bunny. Earth to Bunny, come in, Bunny.
I went to pee.
Well, that's a
I
good
expected
reason.
a long intro.
That's a good one right there.
What happened to your long freaking intro, man?
Well, it's only 30 seconds now, or 25 or so. I don't know what the heck. Sorry,
Yeah,
brother.
but it used to be like, what,
Sorry,
4 minutes or something?
Okay. Yeah, it used to be. Well, next time I'll bring you in last. How's that? Just so that we make sure that you've paid attention to the facility. Let's bring out our next guest. This lucky contestant, straight from Scotland, Mr. Crual Birab. How are you, sir?
I was going to sit here in silence, just though you would think I was away having a pee myself, but I thought, nah. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you all? Yeah, bring a bucket next time, T-Bunny.
Pretty functional. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, I guess we're not giving Time Prophet any ammo
Hostman's
today.
Lounge is in the chat. Hey, Hostman's Lounge,
hello.
How's it going? Welcome. He says, "Hey, Wookie." He says, "Cruel."
Papa
Cotton in the chat says, "Hey guys, thanks for showing up, Papa Cotton." Yeah. So we're gonna get started here. We're less one individual today. Abby, someone had to travel, so he was unable to make it today, unfortunately. But he sends us his good wishes and tidings of joy, since he's headed off to bring happiness and joy to his long trip.
Oh wow!
Yes, actually, it's not that long, but he's gonna have
happiness. He didn't think to bring happiness and joy here, then.
No, no. Like I said, he had to travel, so he's on a trip, several hours drive through California. B-Dog977 in the chat. How's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for being here.
Hello.
Yeah, the desert of hell. Yes, the desert of. That's. I think that's where maybe someone's traveling to right now. The desert of hell.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so yeah. Hey, again, thanks for everybody watching, and for those in the chat. And we're going to get started here real quick. Yes, I have a slideshow. Abby! Ooh. Hey, what is that? How'd y'all get into my room?
Hey. No. You're supposed to be busy. You're supposed to be busy.
He's supposed to be traveling. I don't know.
You could be
You're
here.
making me look like a liar now. He's apparently not traveling. He's got time enough.
You might want to change the sheets.
Change the seat. Yes, change the sheets and the bath mat.
Just saying.
All right. Let me load this slideshow here, and this will give you an indication of what the hell we're going to be doing today. Yes. Oh, wow is right. And right there in the center, we have carnitas chicharrones. Cancel pigs are getting served up on the menu today. Oh, yeah. On the top of the list there, we've got Elon Musk and Gina Carano and good old Bob from Disneyland. Disneyland Bob. Yep.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob. Yep. And down here next to him on the right, we've got Mr. Shane.
I hope that's
Gillis.
clear.
Yes, it's clear. What's clear? Shane. Yes. Shane Gillis. And then down below, we've got the Suicide Squad. Nobody gives a shit about your video game.
Is that what it's called? Is it? Suicide Squad. Nobody gives a shit.
I think it's getting to that point. I don't know.
Interesting title.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Justice League.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen.
Yeah, what they do to Captain Harley Quinn and Captain Boomerang. Yeah, exactly. I've been reading some of these.
Yeah, but evidently,
like
this hardened group of criminals really love Wonder Woman. So
yeah, apparently so.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then here on the left-hand side, we have a nice plate of carnitas tacos on the top there with some pico de gallo and some cilantro and all kinds of goodies and yum. And down below, we have the best art I've seen so far that illustrates cancel pigs. This piece of artwork is courtesy of, and I did get permission from the creator over at Gothic Therapy, Mr. Master of the TDS. This is his artwork.
Oh, yeah.
And he gives me his blessings to put this on the screen, and I appreciate it 100%. So thank you, Master of the TDS.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to be covering some stuff here today. I know, it's so awesome. Oh my God!
By the way, where's bacon?
Bacon. Well,
bacon.
The bacon. It's right there in
That's
front
the
of
best
you.
thing that comes out of a pig.
Bacon.
I know, right? Yeah. Hostman says in the chat that Wonder Woman is the bestest ever. Yes.
Ever.
If it's written by Gail Simone.
Yeah.
Yes, here we go. Yeah, Papa Cotton. It looks like yes, Papa Cotton. That is an AI piece of artwork. It is AI. It actually in the article that I pulled this piece off of the pig there. It said underneath that it was a piece of AI art done by Master of the TDS, and that's so really yes. It is. It is AI. It is not hand drawn. It is AI. So
that's a good one. Yeah. It's good picture.
Yes, it's fun, exciting, and yeah. So let's get into this, shall we?
Yeah.
Here we go. So
let's get into this.
Let's get into this. It's Gina Carano.
Let's get ready to ball.
Yes. So I had a hard time trying to get the stupid article to screenshot, but wait, I just heard a bumping noise in my. Oh, wait a minute! Holy shit! Backed by popular demand, it's the one and only Abby Someone. Da-da-da-da.
The hell you doing here?
My minion's not up yet to go on the trip.
He's got jet lag and he hadn't even got out of bed yet.
No, he's got gaming hangover and he's still trying to sleep it off.
Young
did he play that new Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game?
No, he's on this whole Star Wars Empire game they're all playing. So
oh, another Disney special.
Wait. I thought the hump was on the other side.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
What hump? What hump?
Wait, you're supposed to say, "Okay, I'm easy."
Okay, I'm easy.
Everybody loves somebody.
Walk this way.
I can't. I'm sitting down.
Hey, what are you doing in there? Hogging up the bathroom all day. Give
somebody else a chance.
Oh, great movie by a great actor. Oh, freaking awesome. Anyway, let's pick up where we left off, shall we? So, Gina Carano has decided to file a lawsuit for wrongful termination against Disney and Lucasfilm. So, this little caption I put up here says Gina receives assistance from Elon Musk, files wrongful termination lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm over her firing for The Mandalorian. And the reason that they terminated her is because she did some things that were what they call
anti-Semitic or something. Crap like
yeah, it was. I shit. I have mental block right now because I read the article.
She wouldn't. Her pronouns on her web.
Yeah, that's part of it, but that's not the reason they cited for.
Yeah.
She did something on the internet that was despicable and not well liked, and
yeah, it was something to do with turning in your neighbors or something like that, wasn't it? You know, from the reference from World War II or something like that.
Well, why she has a case though is because people like Mark Hamill and Pedro Pascal and whatever that other asshole's name is, but they were like at the same time as she, they were posting shit that was just as way more
heinous,
nasty about the other
side.
Yeah,
nasty and heinous about.
And none of them ever got talked to about any of it.
No,
and so their premise of saying that she was canceled because she got political and that was against her contract.
I have
completely
the post.
It doesn't hold water.
The next, and
on top of that, there being male adds in sexism to it.
Right.
So sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, Papa Cotton in the chat says that she made the pronouns in her bio bebop boop.
That's
and
right,
made a Holocaust analogy about people who don't want the Fauci ouchie. Yes, I have the actual post that she made, and this is the actual post that caused her to get fired. And all she did was she made a comparison between what went wrong, what happened. Okay, it's this post right here. I know a lot of people can't see it, but that's the best I can do. Basically, what she put there was that she was equating what was going on, how the people turned, how the government turned the people against their friends and neighbors because they were Jewish.
Right.
Yes.
Which is a fact in history.
The
Nazi Party did do that.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty heinous. And
she was actually speaking out against cancel culture, and it got her canceled.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, and this is the post that Disney used as the catalyst to justify terminating her.
Yeah.
So,
in other words, they backed her up. They confirmed what she was saying.
Pretty much, isn't it? Yeah. You just can't.
I thought her putting the beep bop boop in her as her pronouns was pretty friggin' funny myself.
Yeah, we all did that. We a lot of us did that. A lot of us did the beep bop boop for a while.
Yeah. So and she's too much on the right of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
that's for true.
You know, it's pretty screwed up. Yeah, and
I didn't know this stuff that's come out
not wrong.
Since. I didn't know this came out since, but she was actually brigaded and had people like stalking her outside her home.
Yes,
and some of these people who are connected to activist groups, sick activist groups on her, and they were outside
shortly
her
after
home.
Shortly after her termination, or shortly after this post, they basically called out the brown shirts on her and did a number on it. They were stalking her. They would go to her house and protest in front of her house. It was scaring her. Just basically what they did was put her life in jeopardy. And she was rightfully scared. They also were pressing to have before they actually terminated her. Well, they wanted to have a struggle session, which is freaking communist to the core, where they wanted her to sit in front of like 30 people and just have them berate her, and tell her how wrong she is and all this other shit. And she said, no, I'm not doing that shit.
I imagine she didn't exactly word it like that, but yeah.
No.
Well, she said that I will take you all out to eat, and we can do this face to face. And they refused that.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to be face to face with people.
Yeah, they wanted like a Zoom call or some crap.
It's a keyboard warriors mentality.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Besides, she's a decorated MMA fighter, and
drop him like a bad habit.
The chick can throw a punch. I can confirm she can throw a punch.
Yes, yes, because some of the stuntmen on set, when they were doing the fight scenes with her, they said she hits like a guy. She hits hard, and they were hurting. She'd nail them with some punches and stuff, and they had told
her that they could take it.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay.
Be careful what
he
you
was
wish
known
for.
as a knockout artist in the MMA.
Yeah. I remember that kind of harkens back to something I remember reading that Dan Inosanto wrote about when he first met Bruce Lee, because Dan is, back in the 60s, Dan Inosanto became his first disciple, I guess you will, of Jeet Kune Do. And Dan Inosanto and Bruce Lee had a match, a sparring match.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, they didn't hold back. And Dan Inosanto got his ass kicked. And the one thing Dan said is, he hits like a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He hits like a heavyweight. And he says he's the real deal. Fast, and he hits like a heavyweight. And that's at that point, that's when Dan Inosanto's like, hey, I got to learn from this guy. But that's how Gina Carano is. And she's gotten stronger. Yeah, she's gotten bigger, but that's because her muscles have gotten bigger. She can, she can throw down.
Yeah.
So
you can kick my ass any day.
Yeah, exactly.
The sweetest person. Anybody that's met her, anybody that knows her, knows how sweet she is, and that she would.
Yes.
But she has that capability, and I think they're such cowards. They wanted to be able to say stuff to her that would cause her to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Then they'd have grounds.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
But this is the post. This is the post that got her. That gave justification, or they say. LDG, how's it going, my friend? How's it going?
Hey,
welcome to the chat.
Hello.
But this is the post that got her. That got her put on the chopping block.
Ironically enough, since you bring up this fact, it was at this point that I would say I probably tuned out of Disney, Star Wars, and all the news. Really, I thought this was the final straw for me.
Oh yes,
because it looked like they were maybe turning things around, and then it's just like, okay, 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. Bye.
Right.
Well, this was a complete sabotage of the Mandalorian by Captain Kennedy.
Shortly after this, Jon Favreau walked away from Mandalorian. He said, "I'm done. I'm done doing this anymore."
I understand he was peeved at that firing. I think.
Yeah.
He didn't want Lizzo and Jack Black in his show.
Yeah, exactly.
But Jon Favreau specifically wrote this character
for her.
For her.
Yeah. Yeah, because didn't he work with her on the Deadpool movie?
I believe so.
Because she did.
Oh, that's right. She was on there. Right.
Yeah, in the first Deadpool movie.
I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Yep.
Yeah, she was good in that.
It was Angel Dust.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the post on Twitter that got her, terminated, etc. And so now she's
this upset her so bad. All the stress upset her so bad she went deaf for a little while.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The stress can do that. Yeah, she was.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that too. The other day, she was interviewed by Glenn Beck. And she mentioned that, and I was like, "Holy shit! I mean, that's how much stress she was under."
That must be immense.
Well, with having people stalking her, trolling her, and the threats that came over.
Nobody will touch her in Hollywood now.
Oh yeah, she was blacklisted.
Yeah, she was blacklisted pretty much
until Daily Wire came along.
Yeah,
exactly. Is she still involved with the Daily Wire?
I believe she is. I don't know. Yeah. She's done that. She did that.
Terror on the Prairie.
Terror on the Prairie, but she did a couple other projects.
It's actually pretty good.
I'd like to see it. I haven't seen it yet. I'd like to see it. But I know she does a shit ton of personal appearances and stuff like that with folks. Mm-hmm. So
they just tried to shut her out of MegaCon, and MegaCon refused, and her line was around the block, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's a big draw. But she usually hangs out with the crowd from the F&T folks. I think specifically because of Jay.
But we won't hold that against her.
Yeah, J3PO. We won't hold that against her. But
right. She did that interview on his channel. I remember watching that.
Yeah. But she's a big draw at these cons and stuff like that. So yeah, she brings in the people. No question.
I understand that her character in The Mandalorian was very popular as well.
Yes.
Yes,
they were doing a spinoff. It was going to be Rangers of the New Republic. It was a spinoff starring her.
And Favreau was going to head it up, I thought.
And it was John Favreau producing it.
That's right. I remember now.
Yeah.
But
the
people don't understand that the last episode of the second season of Mandalorian was going to undo everything that Kathleen Kennedy had been doing. And it brought all the old fans back in, and everybody was like on board.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Kathleen Kennedy couldn't have that because it would have like.
Yeah. That was Luke
Skywalker, was it? Yes. It brought Luke back, the Luke that we all were hoping for.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I remember that. I remember seeing that.
Absolutely.
Clip. It was good.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Even I'll say that. It was a good clip with Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, they did a great job with that. I'd say it was a freaking, a 3-man on home run. That's kind of pretty much what it was with that episode. And then to have happen all these things afterwards is like, fuck Disney, fuck Lucasfilm.
Oh yeah.
That was
they rewrote Boba Fett, the book of Boba Fett. They rewrote it to erase that ending.
Right.
That she ordered it rewritten to erase that ending. That's why that show had such a jarring turn in the middle of it, because it was in production and Kathleen Kennedy have it rewritten to destroy that ending. People just don't understand. That bitch is evil. She is a vile piece of shit, and they're going to praise her when she goes out the door.
Oh yeah, South Park nailed it.
South Park freaking nailed it.
I saw the clip of it. That was funny.
It was.
Could you please
check
under the bed to make sure there's no Disney executives? Is Kathleen Kennedy under my bed? Funny. No, that was quality.
Makes me stop going down. No.
No.
I wish I'd seen the whole lot, but yeah, I saw this clip. That was funny. That was
put a chicken in the Raymond Gate. Oh man, that pissed Disney off so freaking bad.
So much.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Something, they deserve it.
Oh, yeah. They deserve every freaking bit of it.
Speaking of Gina Carano, she put out the most scathing takedown of Kathleen Kennedy. It was beautiful. You got to go back and read that, because she explained exactly what's wrong with Kathleen Kennedy and exactly how petty she is and exactly how I mean, she took her down with those 2 tweets, man. It was incredible.
Well, I don't know if you guys have paid any attention to some stuff, but someone inside Disney Corporation leaked a bunch of their prerequisites for anything that they do now, and it's all woke bullshit, woke requirements for either hiring employees, or it's either hiring employees or hiring actors and writers and all this other bullshit, and staff members. And
actually, Clownfish TV had that posted 2 years ago.
Yeah, and everybody thought it was fake.
Clownfish TV's ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Clownfish TV called He-Man before He-Man happened.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith went after him. I mean, Clownfish TV is really far ahead of everybody. They never get credit for it.
Right.
Geeky and Neon are just the truth, man. If they say something, I pay attention to it. I mean,
yeah, they do.
I mean,
Papa
they're way the hell. I mean, they are what Doomcock thinks he is.
Yeah. So, Papa Cotton in chat kind of nails some conversations that you and I have, T-Bunny, off the air. If Disney went bankrupt, your favorite YouTube channels wouldn't have any content, LOL.
No, they would not. No, they would not.
Irony.
Yes, Papa Cotton. I totally 100% agree with you, my friend.
That's a good point.
100%. 100%.
100%.
You mean they'd have to make their own stuff?
Oh no!
Yeah.
They'd have to be
Oh, no.
creative.
Creative?
No, wait a minute.
They'd have to look for
hold on a
actually
second.
good stuff.
They'd have to have talent?
Hold on a sec. Back up for a moment now.
Neo-kit.
Remember,
Neo-kit.
Disney has willingly destroyed all of the money-making franchises that were original Disney properties, not the shit that they bought.
No.
Their own stuff, their own animated movies that made them billions of freaking dollars in every aspect of merchandising and filmdom that they could get. They milked it, and then they turn around and they let these idiots, these DEI idiots, SJW, woke, pieces of garbage, get a hold of these properties, turn them into live action movies that suck.
Yeah.
Or they race swap or gender swap stuff just because it's got to be for modern audiences. Whatever.
Well, the people in
let's
charge
take
of
Peter
Disney.
Pan and make Wendy a uber bitch, leftist feminist. Yeah.
The people in charge of Disney now aren't the artists, aren't the ones that created the product. People in charge of Disney now are business and corporate types who are pandering to the minorities.
Yeah, Hostman in the chat says Disney's just closed down their Burbank animated studio. Yeah, I heard about that they're moving it out of California somewhere.
Can't afford it.
Yeah.
Probably not, no. They lost too much money.
To Canada.
Canada.
California wasn't leftist enough. They went to Canada.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Canada's trying to pass a law to say that children aren't their parents anymore. Their parents don't have rights over their children anymore. That's what they're trying to do in Canada. Yeah.
State controlled, is it?
There's no parental rights.
We are the parents.
Canada.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say fucking, fascist, communist authoritarianism?
Didn't China
yes,
do
I
that?
can.
Didn't
Justin
Russia do
Trudeau.
that? Oh, shoot.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry,
Yeah.
did I just say that
Well,
out
when
loud?
they start going into population crisis as a country, maybe they'll figure it out.
Yeah, already are. You're starting.
Hey, maybe we shouldn't allow people to kill themselves if they're
There's
too
nobody
depressed.
here. Where have they gone?
Yeah. Yes. 2 jabs to flatten the curve, or to flatten the population growth.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wonder why all these young athletes are dropping dead. It must be a coincidence.
Yeah.
It must be
It's
the old climate change. The climate change is killing everybody.
It's the climate.
Climate change is causing heart attacks, and it's also causing cattle to die suddenly by the tens of thousands in the same field.
Hey, do you know that trees produce too much carbon?
Yes.
We got to lower the carbon in the.
We got to lower
What
the carbon.
the hell is that about?
We also got to lower the more carbon because the food processing plants have exploded. They just went up in flames by themselves due to the climate change. It's all climate change.
Don't forget about the cow farts.
Oh,
y'all are just conspiracy theorists.
The chicken ranch exploded.
Well, I'm going to go back to my pig farm.
Yes, there you go. Oink.
Anybody need a tinfoil hat? I make them by the pound.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So anyway, you have Elon Musk teaming up with Gina Carano. Now, the way I read this story, I was reading this. I read several articles on this, but the one article I read was that she received an email or something, some kind of correspondence from an attorney that was paid by Elon Musk to reach out to her. And they reached out to her specifically and asked her if she feels that she wants to have a lawsuit on this wrongful termination. The attorney said he feels like she's got a case, right, and that they're being backed by Elon. So that's where the story came from. And she said yes to that. Now, on news of her filing this lawsuit.
Well, the lawyer's
wrongful termination.
exact words, well, this is open and shut.
Yeah.
Open and
You're
shut.
right. I read that. Yeah, open and shut.
They did not cover and the Discovery is going to be incredible. And that's why
that's going to be a field
Disney's going to settle before they get the Discovery.
Yeah. So some reporters, I don't know, some function. Yeah, some function that Bob Iger was at. There was a bunch of reporters there, and someone asked him. I think it was from MSN or whatever the hell it was. They asked him
softball,
about.
In other words,
yeah, they softballed him a question about this lawsuit news and stuff, and he said they asked him if he had any response, and he said none. And so because he said none, they think it's some big rebuke. Oh, he's so terse. Oh my God. Our God, Bob Iger, has spoken. He said none.
Hey, Bob, go F yourself. Is that clear?
As they clutch their pearls.
Yes. Oh, God. Yeah. Papa Con, how many boosters came with the polio vaccine? None.
None.
Just the initial shot.
That we know of.
None. So it's like, oh my God, he said none. It's so, oh my God. Just like
when the Johnson & Johnson shot that didn't use spike proteins was one and done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The Johnson & Johnson, and then
they
all
took
of a
it off
sudden it started causing
the market after a few months.
Well, after supposedly
one
it
and
was
done,
having
no
blood
boosters.
clot issues.
And it didn't use the mRNA background.
No, it didn't have mRNA, and it was a one shot, one and done.
No spike proteins.
It was pulled off.
No
spike proteins.
Yep.
But it was apparently supposedly causing blood clots in women.
Well,
okay.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Who put that out there, though?
Allegedly. Who knows? Now, I
know, and
Abby and I discussed this 2 freaking years ago about Novavax.
Yes.
Novavax was the same type of thing. Non-mRNA, traditional vaccine, no spike proteins, one and done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I do know that some pharmacies here had Novavax for a short period of time. Now, whether it's still out there, I don't know. I've never asked the pharmacists that I know, but I know that the majority of them are either using Moderna or Pfizer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the Novavax was the same situation as the Johnson.
Well, that's where all the money's coming from is Moderna and Pfizer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the funny thing is like Novavax and Johnson & Johnson, they went the traditional route, so they didn't come out for over a freaking year, where past Moderna and Pfizer and AstraZeneca. I mean, they pulled AstraZeneca immediately. That was one of the first ones that came out, and they pulled it for whatever reason that I don't know.
I don't know. I had 2 of those.
Yeah, and they pulled that one, and then they kept the Pfizer and the Moderna, and then they came out with the Johnson & Johnson. And then what I was told that they pulled it because of the blood clots, and then they came out with Novavax finally. And I think it's still out there. Like I said, I don't know for sure. I haven't talked to my pharmacist that I know. So
the funny thing is, though, I mean, wasn't Moderna getting sued, and wasn't AstraZeneca getting sued, and wasn't Pfizer getting sued at some point as well recently? I mean, it's just like
they won't allow it.
They're still getting sued, but they won't
passed
allow
a law that said that they can't get sued.
Well, it was part of the emergency use thing that they negotiated. It was negotiated.
Yeah.
Time
Prophet in the chat says, "Hail all!
No.
Am I on time? No, you're late, son.
Here we go.
You're late, son.
You missed the helicopter, Time Prophet.
Yeah. Yes. The rabbit hole. See the slides. If only you had slides on your stream. There you go. See, funny. You need slides.
Yeah.
Is that Frank Sinatra? No, that's not Frank Sinatra. That's Elon Musk. he has more money.
And Iger.
Yes.
They're talking about Bob Iger, but it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, moving on.
All these spike proteins are held together with HIV fat.
I heard that.
Doubt it.
I heard that. Something about that.
Well, Fauci was involved.
Yeah. You gotta take the jab. You gotta take the jab.
Dead HIV cells or something.
Jab and wear your mask to stop the droplets.
I trust anybody that was hired by the Clintons.
Yeah.
Stay 6 feet away from each other.
And it's
But
funny,
not
all
me.
that's
I'm
coming
going
out
to
now
go
is
to baseball
bullshit.
games.
Wait, we're going to get our slide on. There you go. All right. So anyway, so Bob Iger's big response to this lawsuit from Gina Carano was he was not going to make any statement. So he said none. So, which probably was a smart move for him not to comment.
Oh yeah,
probably.
Yeah, it was a smart move. Yeah, I wouldn't done it.
Well, if he says nothing, then
we got that going on.
So.
Yeah, but well, and so Disney's Disney. They're gonna do what they do, but I don't know. It's just it's gonna be fun to watch this. Like you said, if this goes to trial and discovery, it's gonna be. And I don't think they want this. I don't think Disney wants us to go to Discovery at all.
Settle.
They'll try to
settle.
They'll definitely negotiate to settle. That's for sure.
Yeah,
and I hope that
Gina said she's not going to take a settlement because she wants an apology and her name back. She wants them to admit that they were full of shit.
Make it go to trial.
My question is, if we go to this, if they wind up going to Discovery from some strange reason, who else is going to be involved in this? Would Pablo Pascal be involved? Would Mark Hamill be involved in this? Well, because of the things that they've said.
They can't say that those tweets never happened because Elon Musk can pull them up from the system.
Right.
So they can't say his tweets never happened.
He's got all the receipts. That's what makes these people shake in their boots. They're shitting themselves because he has access to all of that stuff, all the stuff. So let's move on to something else a little bit more on the funny side of things. Mr. Shane Giles.
Oh, yes. Gillis.
Yes, Gillis, Giles. Gillis. Okay, Shane G. Shane G is hosting Saturday Night Live. It's a slap in the face to queer viewers.
Yeah. Shane G is like Shane C of Mortal Kombat.
Shang-Chi, yes. Shang-Chi in the rings of whatever. But so anyway, interesting story about this gentleman. Shane was hired on to be part of the SNL cast back in 2019. Right. And he's a stand-up comedian, so everybody knew who he was. He was known in the circuit. That's why he was hired on to join the cast. And apparently, just before he was to start, somebody started doing some digging and found out that he'd made some disparaging, what they call disparaging remarks and racist remarks or bigoted remarks or whatever you want to put on the end of it about some fellow cast members. These two cast members were both straight and both white.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in his jokes, because he's a comedian, and those two individuals are comedians as well, both of them, and Shane, he basically said that they were gay in some way, shape, or form in a passing joke on like Twitter or whatever. Okay. And he made some joke specifically naming them on more than one occasion.
What they did was
dug it up and
they combed through his back.
Yes.
They combed through and found some things that are anti-Asian jokes. And this is right when their like Stop Asian Hate movement was going on.
Yes.
And so they cherry picked stuff that he said about supposedly Asians. And that's what they used to cancel him. But those cast members were behind it all.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People ask the questions.
People ask the questions.
And the reason why they were afraid of him, because he's that good.
He's very good.
They tried to cancel him before people knew who he was.
Right.
But then something called the Streisand effect kicked in.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely.
And people are like, Shane Gillis? Who's Shane Gillis? Let me find out who Shane Gillis is.
This rag on the internet, I think it's known as Them. It's a LGBTQ plus minus element OP whatever website that I pulled this article. Exactly. Semicolon hashtag. So they wrote this article. The person who wrote this article it's actually pretty funny. They're a pretty funny individual because half the shit that I was reading, I was laughing my ass off. Because I personally know gay people, and they couldn't give two shits about anything this person said in this freaking article.
Right.
They don't. They don't give two shits about what these fascist groups say that claim that they're for LGBTQ LMNOPXYZ 123 hashtag semicolon dot dash whatever the fuck. They don't give a shit. It doesn't affect them. It's not part of their wheelhouse. They don't look at that. So it's a funny read. If you read it, I read it. It was funny. You got to give the other side a read and then, go, holy shit, that was funny. Now let's read actually something that makes sense. So anyway, let's dive into something here. Let me remove this and let me go here and let's get a taste.
Okay. People being cool was us going like, man, that was as cool as we got. We're like, man, see? And then the day white people stopped being cool, it's Jackie Robinson's first game. You can look it up, dude. You can find it. You can find the radio call from that game online. You can hear the exact moment white people stopped being cool. You can hear the announcers. They still got, they're like, man, welcome to Chicago where the White Sox take on the Brooklyn Dodgers. We all had cool white nicknames. Like up at the mound is old Curly. He's a 47-year-old alcoholic. He's the greatest athlete alive. Runs a 6-second 40-yard dash. Fastest man alive, they say. Then it happened, dude. And Jackie came up to the plate. You can hear the announcers like, meh. Coming up to the plate is young colored boy from Brooklyn. No way he can hit Curly's pitch. Here comes the pitch. Fuck, home run. All right. Jackie hit the ball so hard he knocked that voice out of all the whites. Not one of us has talked like that since, dude. One swing of the bat. We're like, meh. All right, yeah. That was pretty good. That was good. It's time for us to focus on computers.
Oh, that guy's gold, man. Gold. Oh, Papa Cotton in the chat. I effing love this guy. Yes, he's good. And Time Prophet, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, but he won't get it deliberately. So that's what he does.
Don't get it.
That's what he does.
Oh shit. But yeah, so it's jokes like that apparently SNL didn't like. And a lot of these
no, play the next one. Play the next one, trust
groups. Me. Okay. We can talk over this too. So we can go right ahead.
It was my favorite speech I've ever seen a president give. It was the night the United States killed the leader of ISIS. Trump comes out of the situation room at like midnight and gives a press conference like he's giving a post-game NBA just killed a guy press conference. He goes, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He died like a dog. And I'm going to change one word of that. That's what he opened with. And then he did 40 minutes. The speech is 40 minutes for no reason. It wasn't a prepared speech. He freestyled 40 straight. Not even a speech, just mean shit talk for 40. The meanest shit talk you've ever heard in front of the whole world. Abu. Yep. We could hear him crying. I said, Abu, don't cry. Let me tell you something. Abu cried. He cried quite a bit. I wouldn't have cried. Crybaby Baghdadi. That's what we were all calling it.
Oh,
I've seen that bit. Yeah, I've seen that bit. That was great.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh my God, I'll tell you, that's just some funny shit right there.
Yeah. So how is America number one? So this next one's a good one. I included this one for you, you guys.
Okay, let's. Yeah, B-Dog says that's great. It is. Okay, so let's go with this clip here. Let's find out.
Anytime I go to another country, as soon as I get out of the airport and start like driving around, I'm just like, dude, this is your fucking country, dude? Other countries suck. America's number one. Dude. It's not even close. It's official. I've been to like 3 other countries. It's official. And other countries hate it too. They hate that we're number one. You ever tell them? You ever go to another country and tell them we're number one? Swim up to like a pool bar, just... And you know we're number one? They hate it, dude. They try to bring up bullshit to bring us down. Like, what about all the mass shootings you guys have all the time? It's like, at least we're not gay. You know?
Oh, shit.
So there's really not a good comeback to that, because that's a pretty serious problem. And we're the only country doing that. We're not making any adjustments. None. What are we going to give up our guns like a bunch of fucking gay guys?
Oh.
Yeah, right, dude. No, we're just going to have shootings all the time.
God. Oh, shit.
That second part is what makes him so brilliant, is the fact that
know.
he followed it up, and he's like, he gets serious for that one moment, right? But you're laughing your butt off, but he slips that in there. So he's just absolutely genius. And this is the guy they fired, guys. This is
Here you go.
The guy
Here's
they tried
a
to fire
patriot.
before you get to the stage.
Here's a patriot standing up for his country. Actually, America's number 2.
Hey, but not in school shootings.
Britain is number 1.
Not in school shootings, damn it.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, Papa Cotton in chest. This is Trump is goal. It is.
I don't know. That might be the best.
Really good.
That might be the best one. That might be the best Trump
impression. B-Dog in the chats living to some smack down to the time prophet.
They got some comedians on with Trump impressions, and he out-Trumped them all. He out-Trumped every one of them.
B-Dog living in some smack over to the time prophet with his comment. Isn't Britain the Middle East now? Oh shit! Oh, shit.
It might as well be. At least London is. London definitely is.
Oh, come on! Oh my god! Oh wait, what? Right. Yes. Responding to B-Dog. Actually, to your average American, Britain might as well be in
geography.
Tunisia.
Is not our strong suit in America. No. It's not our strong suit. It's our education system's taken over by leftists. That's why. But,
wait, Papa Cotton is coming with an onslaught too. Funny coming from a country that used to rule the world and now is a soggy rock smaller than Michigan.
Oh crap! We started something. We started something.
Oh shit! International incident right here.
Play the next one, man.
Channel.
I would just like to say
play the next one before it gets ugly.
War III started.
I'd just like to say that it hasn't been soggy today. It's been wet. Yeah, right, Papa.
Okay. All right,
we're soggy.
It's hey, Crual. It's overcast and soggy here today too.
Oh well, at least we're not.
That's only because this weather is coming
let me
from
put this
California
out.
and
This next one.
Well, at least Scotland has the best golf courses.
They do.
This next one proves how good he is at. Because he attacks taboo stuff as well as things that are supposedly off limits. He'll actually come at them.
Like I did my Toshiro Mifune thing. Holy shit! Thanks, Chibani. Holy crap! Here we go. Hold on to your knickers.
These clips are under 2 minutes. Come on.
Australian accent's one of those accents that's funny every single time. You could be in the middle of a fucking tragedy. If you heard an Australian accent, you'd still be like. Like if there was like an Australian guy in the office on 9/11.
Time prophet. They do.
Like, oh fuck, look out! Like, oh no, there's another one. Get down. Oh fuck, it's hot up here. You're gonna have to jump out. No.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm sorry.
He just made 9/11 funny, guys. That's how good he is.
Oh shit! But see, it's funny. What was it? I remember like a couple years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. A lot of the comedians, like Chris Rock, and of course Chappelle, but Chris Rock, Seinfeld, and what's his name before he died? They were all talking about because the college circuit had turned to shit. Because nobody they weren't having them on the campuses anymore, and that's where a lot of the comedy thrived was campuses. You know, I mean, holy shit! Historically, colleges have been the homes to quote unquote free speech in America. And so they would have all the comedians come, different ones do a concert there on the college campus. And the most famous, one of the most famous ones is one of the first HBO broadcasts back in the 1970s or 1980 or late 70s was George Carlin was live on campus. That was one of the very first live comedy broadcasts on HBO, and that was back when you had to buy the HBO box and have the guy come in and hook it up to your TV, and pay like $30 a month or some shit like that just to get one channel.
Play colleges anymore because they given this laundry list of things that they can't say and say
exactly
Oh,
because there's no such thing as free speech anymore on these college campuses. They're all these woke hate farms that they despise everything. I'm surprised these people haven't fucking died of severe anxiety before they graduated, because holy shit.
Well, because they have safe spaces. That's why.
These fuckers come out of these freaking these hate mills just fucking, there's no smile on their face. Their eyes look like they've fucking, they're dead inside. They're soulless. And I'm just surprised they haven't died of anxiety. I mean, because they leave their little cocoon, their basement or their campus dorm, and they go out in the real world and meet real people. And it's like, I got real world on me. Ooh,
Yep. There were no safe spaces.
Why did you ask me if I wanted fries with that? Oh.
So did you see that there's this AI thing now where it's doing like whole-on skits with Carlin?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
not. Oh,
there's this whole AI challenge that's doing like a whole like Carlin special. It's out there somewhere. I don't know if it's been taken down because his daughter got all pissed off about it.
Oh, okay.
Imagine so.
I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah.
All right, play this next one. Play this next one, Wookie.
Yep.
Hooters.
Oh, wait. Hang on a second. Hold on. Give me. I got short eyeballs over here. Give me a second. All right, here we go.
Buttons.
Every year, Hooters would sponsor our one basketball tournament. All right, so every year Hooters would bring like 3 or 4 waitresses, and they would present like a big cardboard check donation to the Special Olympics. As soon as the girls entered the gym, the game changed entirely. Dude. It went from like hugs and sportsmanship to just like dudes got competitive, like very competitive, fucking ripping down rebounds, just hitting layups. And then at the end of the game, there'd be a hug line between the waitresses and the players. And yeah, that went about exactly how you would imagine that went. We had to break out the fucking jaws of life, dude. There was a ragdoll on those young sluts. And I'm not knocking the players. They were totally in the right. The girls were hot. The waitresses, like every year, I would sneak into the hug line myself.
Oh, hell
He looks just like he's Down syndrome, man. He looks exactly like it.
Holy shit. And you know what's funny is though they've infested Hooters too. I mean, they're trying to get away from the sex appeal, and here's the thing:
get them to wear bulkier clothes,
that or hire people that don't look so hot. Right. And the thing is though, with these Hooters waitresses, they know exactly what they're getting into. They're told. Obviously, it's obvious. It's like, holy crap, they know what's going on. They know the paperwork. They've read everything. And there's stuff that customers, there's lines you can't cross. And, there's lines you can't cross in the restaurant. So you're a total asshole if you try to do something stupid. But, they are very, I've never been in one, so I don't
specifically
know.
For, I put this one in directly specifically for the English people that dwell in Great Britain. So
I don't think
you're gonna incite the time prophet now. I thought we already did that with the
time
number
prophet
one
is
thing.
Pre-incited.
Hold on.
He comes in incited.
He
comes the thing about this country, just in England, Scotland, Ireland, Australia, no black people. And I know what you're thinking. No. No, you need black people. You need black people to keep the whites in check. The last thing you want is a whole island of whites that think they're the coolest people on earth. It's a disaster. That's how you end up with Conor McGregor's walking around like,
oh, shit.
Like, shut up, dude.
What the
Foreign
hell?
whites are out of control, dude.
Oh, shit.
American whites, we're humble. You know we're not the coolest guys around. It's the foreign whites, dude. There's a... Yes! Preach, brother! Yeah. For real, though, there's a reason every good NBA player that's white is from another country. The audacity to think you could play in that league, dude. The fucking arrogance. Every white dude in America saw a black kid dunk in like 8th grade and was just like, oh, all right. There goes that dream. I'll just set picks for the next 4 years. Just box out hard as hell.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Yeah, isn't there a couple of Russians playing in the NBA? Or something like that? Big, tall.
Oh, no. The best one in the world is actually Serbian right now.
Oh, shit.
The best guy in the world is Serbian.
Another Eastern Bloc country.
White dude that doesn't even jump.
Yeah.
Dude,
he's so tall he probably doesn't have to
jump.
He is hella good, though. He is incredible.
Holy crap.
Yeah, Jokic is his name. They call him the Joker. It's incredible.
Yeah. So this is the end of it, I take it. Yes. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why I put back to Wookiee and Friends.
Nice.
Yeah. I did that for you.
Welcome to Wookiee. Yes. Now back to Wookiee and Friends with our hugs
words are
and
hard.
Warm, fuzzy,
words are
warm
hard.
feelings. Words are hard. We love you, Wookiee. Oh shit.
Well, I say Friends is nominally, you know.
Oh man, I lost
aluminium.
Hang on. Yes. Mana mana da 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 da. Mana mana da da da. Mana mana da 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 da. Hold on now. Hey, I lost my place here.
Oh, well, that doesn't take much.
Well, here we go.
There you go.
Oh,
this is
lovely.
The Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Did it flop on its ass? Anybody? Any Hostman?
Yep,
you know,
totally.
Papa Cotton? You know,
I've never heard of
anybody? Yeah, it came out back in January.
Yeah, okay.
The game, and apparently,
most of the people that did the early downloads refunded it immediately.
Wow, that good, huh?
Go back to yeah. So
well, there's this one sequence that people point to where Captain Boomerang pees on the Flash's corpse.
There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
And evidently Wonder Woman's like the greatest hero on the planet, and according to this thing. So
yeah. And they pretty much execute Batman. And it's I hear it's got less people.
Yeah, they shoot signed up for Harley Quinn shoots him in the head.
Yeah. There's less people that signed up for this than people that signed up for the Avengers one.
And Kevin Conroy did the voice.
Was that the last one he did before he passed away?
They killed Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Yeah. Postman in the chat says, yes, the player base is half of what Marvel's Avengers had at launch, and Arkham Knight's player base has skyrocketed. B-Dog says, I only saw one advertisement for this game. Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah, they're trying to bury it.
Wonder Woman stopped being great when Linda Carter left the role. Yes.
Hello.
I saw a review of this game, and the guy that reviewed it said it's kind of crap. Really, to be honest, it's this.
Yes, I was reading some reviews. There was some reviews on a couple of the video game forums. They said boring, and someone said he was about halfway through and quit. It was just boring, uneventful.
Yeah,
really, So
very little variety in what you do, I think.
Okay, let me tell you what's going on here. The Canary in the Coal Mine is a group called Sweet Baby Inc. Okay. They're online. You can look them up, but let me read you the blurb. They're founded in 2018. Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative development and consultation studio based in Montreal, working around the globe. The mission is to tell better, more empathic stories while diversifying and enriching the video game industry. And if you see them consulting on any game, it's going to be woke as shit.
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada. Yeah.
If we just nuked Canada, I think it might save the world.
You know, I think the United States should have annexed Canada like about 40 years ago, but hey, that's just me.
Just get the Canadian bacon out, eh?
We should have just when the Queen, I guess when the Queen decided to let them loose, we should have just offered to buy them from England and just, you know, hey, whatever, you know.
That was on the table, actually.
It was on the
It was on the table.
Yeah.
But it got nixed by Congress.
Yeah, fucking Congress.
Round about the time we bought Alaska from Russia.
Yeah. So Papa Cotton in the chat said something I can totally 100% agree with, because yes, Linda Carter is the reason I have never been confused about my sexuality. You got that shit right. You got that shit right. And he's got this right too. Yet she's a dipshit liberal idiot, though. Yes, she is. She's a freaking brain dead freaking zombie.
Just don't pay attention to what she says in social media, and you'll like her.
Just
better,
make sure you give her a script.
Kind of like Mark Hamill.
Call the mute button.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't follow Linda Carter on social media, or Mark Hamill, or any.
Yeah. Don't follow any of them.
I got a big old one right on my nose just for you.
It's called Clearasil.
Clearasil. Yes. Clearasil. Holy shit. Yes. Never follow your favorite celebrities on social media. Yeah, that's a big letdown.
No, I don't.
They will let you down hardcore, unfortunately.
What Hostman says there, they were involved with Ragnarok, but as a consultant, and evidently they listed as a consultant because they technically consulted, but then the makers of God of War Ragnarok basically ignored everything they suggested.
Oh, okay. I haven't played it.
So thus removing the taint. So
right, okay. They probably gave them their marching orders pretty quickly then.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. but because they had Sweet Baby Inc., they got the ESG money because they had them consult, because they're a package deal. You raise your ESG score if you have them consult. But that's how they got around it.
Then you don't have to actually do what they say. Extra money. Okay. That's not bad.
Exactly.
I can't fault that strategy, actually.
Yeah, but Tom Baker, you don't have to worry about Tom Baker being woke. Tom Baker is Tom Baker.
Yeah.
So
yes, he is.
There's a reason why they won't they won't use him in any capacity if they can help it.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, this game is receiving lackluster, fanfare from
it
the
basically murders all the male heroes of DC Comics, and
apparently there's a scene, there's a portion of this game
pisses on them, literally.
Yeah, they literally piss on the dead body of Flash and all that stuff. And there's a fight scene apparently in the game between Superman and Wonder Woman. Apparently, I don't know what the hell that's about, but yeah, don't know. But
you have to lift the lid.
Yeah,
and there we go, carnitas, chicharrones.
Yeah.
This picture here with the blue-haired pig with glasses is courtesy of YouTuber is AI art from Master of the TDS, who has the Gothic Therapy channel along with his wife, Writing Raven. And I saw this actual art was in an article that I found. It was actually part of the article, and they named him in the article, Master of the TDS, said it was AI art. I saw this and said, I got to have this. So I reached out to him and told him what I was going to do. And he said, yeah, go for it. That's fine, man. Go for it. And then I sent him the header card of this slideshow. And he sent back a whole bunch of laughing faces. He thought it was funny. So thank you to Master TDS for such a great piece of AI art. It's fitting. This guy's looking straight up at the pig and the sign that says carnitas, chicharrones. And there's a nice plate of carnitas tacos right there, man. So cancel pigs. Apparently
now I'm hungry.
Cancel pigs. I tell you what, man. Yeah, it's getting close to lunchtime for me, and it's after lunch for you, Bunny. So anyway, the term cancel pigs was coined by, I believe, a comic book guy named Mark Miller. Am I correct in that, Bunny?
Mark Miller.
Come in. There you go. Yeah, Mark Miller.
Yeah. Or Mark Millar, as some people say.
Okay. Either way, he's the one that came up with the term cancel pigs when he was defending that comic book owner who put out a viral video talking about how the content of these comic books suck now. And how can you expect us to sell this crap if our customers don't want it? And now this has been going on for quite some time with comic book shops. And I can tell you that some of the closest comic book shops near me in either the state of California or the state of Arizona went out of business.
Oh, yeah.
In the last 5 years. So, yeah. And they went out of business because nobody wanted to buy the shit content in these comic books. And we have the blatant race swapping, the blatant gender swapping, or turning, straight white male characters into gay, whatever. Yeah. I mean, they've flipped the script. They've switched every single redheaded female in the comics who was a character. They switched them to either a lesbian black girl or somebody else who's of color, but is also gay or lesbian.
Let me tell you where Mark Miller got the cancel pigs from. Okay. He got it from Animal Farm.
Okay.
And Animal Farm, the pigs rule the farm, and the catch line is that everyone is equal except pigs are more equal than others.
Yes, yeah,
and so that's where he got it from. He mentioned that on one of his streams.
Creepy freaking story. I'll tell you what.
From. Oh yeah,
it's a pretty creepy ass.
Yeah,
story.
but. Like most things Orwell, he nails it. He absolutely nails this stuff. That's why he's banned in some countries and rewritten in Canada.
A lot of
yes,
it
has
all of it.
So yeah, these cancel pigs, which is really taken over the term now, and people are using that as a way of fighting back with these cancel mobs and everything like that. And you're finding out that a lot of this stuff is propagated by the online journalists who were mainly video game or comic book journalists for these organizations like Mary Sue and etc., who really are just doing nothing but churning up division and hate toward people who create stuff,
But those people are getting laid off by the hundreds right now, and
yes, they are.
In particular, there's a little boy in a Chiefs game that got put up on the big screen.
Oh yeah,
he was wearing red and black. Okay, on both sides of his face for the Chiefs colors, and he's wearing a headdress. Yes, and so this jackass from this website that I'm not even going to mention doesn't matter. He basically took a picture. The angle where the boy's face had black on it, and then accused the kid of blackface, okay, and called his name out, used his name and his family's name in that article.
Which is a no-no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then the mother of that kid says, "What are you talking about?" Because when it showed she showed a picture of his entire face that showed it was red on one side, black on the other. But then that same damn magazine basically said that's even worse because now he's like a red face as well as black
oh
face.
My God.
Yeah.
Then she's like, that headdress. Right. But then she came back and she says that headdress that you're talking about that he's wearing, that comes from his grandfather who happens to be a tribal elder.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so their own rules, basically their own rules, by their own rules, they could get canceled, right?
Yeah.
But now they're suing the shit out of this outlet, and they're probably gonna get
good.
They're probably gonna put this outlet out of business.
Sue them into freaking dust. Just
the guy who did all this, his name is Karen.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a black journalist named Karen.
Yeah.
Well,
that is hilarious.
Good job.
The Washington Commanders now, they changed their name from the Redskins, right? Because there was this big outcry, right? Well, now the Indian nations around that area now are suing the league to change it back to the Redskins because that
representation
was a historical chief, and they were paying homage to it.
Yes.
What did you change it to?
The Commanders.
The Commanders. And they suck. And nobody likes them. Nobody
Commanders with an S. Commanders with an S.
How do you pluralize commanders? Too many
They
chiefs.
sell absolutely no merch.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the joke.
Yeah.
But they sell no merch now. They sell absolutely no merch.
Here's the thing.
Nobody buys their merch.
You see this. You see now because I work in the retail industry, in grocery. You saw this a couple of years ago with these cancel pigs campaign. Now, most if not 99% or 95 to 99% of these freaking cancel pigs are all white women, liberal white women. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Now, what they did to companies like Land O'Lakes, which is a dairy company, primarily butter. Okay. On their packaging, they had a picture of a Indian maiden, an American Indian maiden, holding a platter with corn on it, and other items, as a tribute to the bounty and the bounty and health of the earth and things like that. Right? That picture was a picture that was drawn by a young Native American girl in a contest that Land O'Lakes did back, I think, in the 1920s, maybe the 1930s. She was picked. Her picture was picked as the logo icon of the branding for that company. And it was on there until it was forced off by all these cancel pigs. I can tell you right now that when that whole kerfuffle started with Land O'Lakes, because that was a product that I had my hands on several times to merchandise. The sales, when this whole thing started, went through the freaking roof. And as soon as that package changed, they went downhill.
Oh, yeah.
That's just from my personal observation from being in the business. And
that's it.
Now you have this plain packaging with just says Land O'Lakes on it. They did the same thing with Aunt Jemima, with the pancake mix and the syrup. Okay. They that's racist. We got to take away from them. It's
cultural appropriation.
Some bullshit. And come to find out that the actual picture that was used was the second lady. I believe it was the second lady who was the representative of, and they used her likeness. The second, not the first one. The original lady was an actual slave who was freed. And she became the, I believe she became the brand for the quote unquote Aunt Jemima. Pearl Milling changed it to Aunt Jemima. Okay. That could have been her name for all I know. But the story that I read was originally that lady was a slave, and she would go around the United States and make pancakes and stuff and sell. She would do like like meet and greets and stuff like that, but she was selling the product. She was selling the flour and the syrup and stuff like that for the pancakes. Mm-hmm. So she would make all this stuff, and she'd be write-ups in newspapers and things like that because of what she was doing. So what they ended up doing is they ended up making her likeness as the logo for the merchandise and for marketing purposes. And she started getting, I think she started getting a royalty
check.
And from what I understand, from doing a little research at that time, that I believe she was one of the first female black millionaires.
Okay.
Before she died. Uh-huh. And then another lady took over. Lady took over, doing all the, going around the country and promoting and stuff like that. But I think the original that the likeness that was on the box, I think it was the original lady. Mm-hmm. I think, but there was two, and but yeah, I could be wrong, but whoever it was the first American black female, former slave, who actually became a millionaire by basically selling pancakes and waffles and syrup for a company, and they paid her well. She was a millionaire, and then all her descendants were receiving royalties because they had license to her physical right, to her logo, and that was part of the deal. Obviously they made a deal with her. We're going to set you up for life, blah blah, your kids and grandkids and whatever. And when this all happened, and they yanked that and they changed the logo, all of her descendants got screwed.
Right.
And I remember hearing
that to pay him anymore.
One of the grandsons or something like that was kind of like upset because they were taking away the legacy of his ancestor, his grandmother, and all the things that she did. And he was pissed. And he was pissed off. And so, but they did that to that. The Uncle Ben's rice. There was
Uncle Ben's.
They took that off of Uncle Ben's rice. The only one they didn't do it to was the Quaker Oats guy. He's still on the packaging because he's white. Tony Chachery's freaking seasonings, that chef guy. There's a couple others that are still out there as far as logos. But I noticed one thing.
Well, you can exploit people if they're white. You can exploit white people, but you can't exploit
right. But
quote unquote,
they did this because of
people of color, which is totally
exactly.
Stupid.
They're calling it exploitive, but yet they, on the other hand, out of the other side of the mouth, they bitch about representation. Oh, that's not enough representation. But you can't exploit the blacks and the BIPOCs and blah 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 blah. That's racist. But we got to have representation. So you got to have 50% of your staff has to be X, Y, or Z. Okay. So what is it? Is it representation, or is it appropriation? Which side are you going to be on here? And I've seen it. This is what I've seen. The sales for these products, and it's not necessarily because of the pandemic and all this other shit, but any of these products that I physically see on a weekly basis, their sales are not that great. When Pearl Milling changed their freaking logo, when they changed their name back to Pearl Milling from Aunt Jemima, or they changed the marketing name to Pearl Milling. I think it's always been Pearl Milling, but they used the brand as Aunt Jemima was the brand from Pearl Milling, and they just changed it to Pearl Milling. They always have a full shelf, and when I walk in, I see a full shelf all the time. All the other brands who don't have as big, and this is the thing, the brands that don't have as big of a footprint on the shelves, they're almost out of stock all the time because it sells. It's not because they don't have product; it's because they sell the product. Now, I also know that people are doing resets and reconfiguring of their planograms in aisleways to reduce numbers of non-selling items. Oh. So a lot of your bigger brands are losing footprint. And guess what? Bud Light lost a shitload of footage in a lot of places because they don't sell.
Oh, no, not Bud Light. Oh,
Bud Light. My Bud Light. Where my Bud Light? Oh my God. But yeah, so you're seeing all this, and you're seeing the backlash now on these cancel pigs, where a lot of these companies have basically bent the knee, they bent over backwards, they took it in the backside to appease these fringe groups instead of worrying about or caring about what their actual consumers think.
Well, let me tell you what the connection is to why does such a small group of people get so much power? Okay, if you there is a video of Candace Owens when she first started bursting on the scene. She did a video with a well-known YouTuber. What is his name? I'll have to look it up later. It just escapes
Wookie
me.
Fever?
But he's really well. No, not Wookie Fever. But anyway, hold on a sec. But anyway, so you know his name if I could think of it. But he's a gay guy. He's like in California.
Andy
used to be on Young Turks. What's his name?
Oh,
used to be on Young Turks.
Was his last name Rubin or something like that? Rubens?
Yeah, Rubin. Dave Rubin. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, she did an interview that she was attacked by somebody called Zoe Quinn. Anybody that's in Gamergate knows about Zoe Quinn.
Oh,
okay.
God. Is that how that was at the EU or something? Wasn't it?
Yeah. Zoe's infamous for canceling one of her ex-boyfriends into suicide, essentially, and then bragging about it. Yeah, it's a lovely person. But she came after Candace Owens because Candace was crowdfunding a software that she was hoping to develop because of what happened to her when she was a teenager, that would detect bots, false accounts, and Zoe Quinn came at her and said, "Don't you dare do this! You'll ruin everything." Is what she said. Well, at that time, she was working for Twitter. Supposedly at content moderation. Yeah, what a lot of people think is, and what I think happened was she was setting up bot farms. So because right after that, people started getting brigaded. Anytime they had a view that was left of center, right of center, basically, and suddenly like. Some of these really unpopular politicians on the left were getting hundreds of thousands of subs and things like that, and everything was boosted. Every statement made by any anti-right conservative statement that was made by like reporters or anything like that was boosted to the damn roof.
Yeah.
And so I encouraged all these reporters to even double down. And so, but then when Elon Musk came in to Twitter and took it over, he discovered that as much as 75% of accounts that were listed might be bots.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so, what I think was happening was I think Zoe Quinn set up this bot farm in Twitter, and then all these people would go to these corporations and say, see this DEI stuff, this ESG and all this other stuff. See the engagement. See how many people are for this, or see how many people want things race swapped. How many people want this change and this change. Mm-hmm. Look at these numbers. Look at these engagement numbers. And then when they made these changes, and it came time to for people to back this stuff and with their tickets and with their finances, it was like that engagement didn't show up because it never was real in the first place. And a lot of these channels on YouTube, I think, are being pushed by bot farms too.
Probably.
And so that's why if you have like a left of center YouTube channel, it gets pushed to the moon automatically.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I haven't heard much about Zoe Quinn in years. I had forgotten all about her.
Well, I'm sorry to bring her up. I debated on switching the name out.
Yeah,
the name's pretty significant.
But no, I haven't heard a controversy involved her for a while.
Yeah, she and what's her name?
Anita Sarkeesian.
Kasparian. Not Anita Sarkeesian. That's it.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, and Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn basically destroyed gaming. So what you see right now in gaming is the fruits of their labor. Because they basically invented Gamergate, which is still being used to smear gaming fans today.
Right. Yep.
Indeed.
So all this goes back to just a few handful of people. Most of them came out of Canada.
There's Canada again. Holy crap. Canadians, eh?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I thought they were supposed to be nice. What are you doing?
They're hoarding all their damn maple
Nuke
syrup up
Canada
there.
today.
Yeah, there you go. What's that song from South Park? Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Can we steal their maple syrup first, though?
Yep.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Holy smoke! So that's
maybe just nuke the city centers and leave
the maple syrup.
Start with Ottawa.
We are done with that slide. So yeah, interesting conversations here between all of us and people in the chat. I think we're going to probably call it here, since I think a lot of people are hungry now since they saw all those.
Yeah, we all got to eat.
Want some,
damn
nice,
your eyes.
I know, right? Yeah. Too late.
Too late.
Too late. So, yeah, I think we're going to call it a show. And I want to thank my guests, T-Bunny and Crual Birab and Abby Someone for coming in. Really appreciate you guys being on the panel. Want to thank everybody in the chat, Papa Cotton, Hostman, the Time Prophet, LDG popped in. Let's see, who else was in the chat? Yeah, B-Dog. B-Dog was in the chat. I don't think I saw. Who else did I see? A lot of activity amongst everybody in the chat up until just a little bit ago. But yeah, want to thank everybody that's in the chat that came in and left the chat. And we did some conversations and stuff like that off of what you posted. I'm glad you're here. Really enjoy your engagement and keep coming back for more. We'll be having another stream on this next Saturday. So we'll be looking at all the news and everything so we can make fun of it.
That's why
I like making fun of stupid shit. So anyway, yep. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your weekend out there.
Bye-bye.
Have some if you have the ability, if it's in your area and you're not overseas, get yourself some great carnitas tacos or carnitas burritos. If you're not aware of what carnitas is, it's pork, usually spiced and cooked up, just
ground up.
So
pork,
pork, carnitas with some chicharrones. Oh yeah, there we go. We're gonna eat some canceled pig, baby.
With all right. Bacon.
Yes, and bacon too. They put that in there. Gonna sell some bacon burritos, baby. Put that hot sauce on that bacon burrito, baby. All right. Thanks, everybody. Again, thanks to the chat for being and talking to us. And thanks to my panel and everybody watching at home or wherever you're at, your car, living room. Have a great one. We'll see you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.